Yeah guys, if you're looking for super powerful USB charging, then I have a very interesting device for you, and that's this MEKIOJEO M23 full aluminum housing, 380 watts USB charger with up to 65 watts maximum. By the way, I got this device for free to show you all the really nice details. And so let's take it out of the box and see what we really get. What I really like here is that we have this normal standard 110 volts cable, so it doesn't come with an extra power converter, which sometimes is very difficult to plug in. So much easier with this really small plug which fits everywhere, only 2-prong, which is perfect for such a device. That's enough, we don't need grounding. Of course, we had also small instructions manual, but the highlight of course is this absolutely super solid build and even very beautiful device. We have here also a very space-saving design. Watch how small this really is. Usually chargers with this size here have maybe 5-6 USB ports. Here we have a whopping 12 USB ports. And that's possible because we have only 4 legacy USB-A ports, but a whopping 8 USB-C ports, which I think is a really great future-proof design, because we are now switching with a lot of devices to USB-C, so it's very easy to plug in. Maybe the only small disadvantage here doesn't come with some like soft silicone or rubber pads. If you need something, you can put your own pads. Other than that, an absolute beauty. And with this solid aluminum metal housing, you can see it's also scratch resistant, fingerprint resistant, can't see anything here. And of course the metal is also way more heat dissipating, but with the very modern, very advanced GaN 5 technology built in, we don't have to be worried anyway. And we have a lot of safety built in here for overheating, overcurrent, overvoltage. Then super important here, all the details here in the back which describe how much power you can get from which port. And what's super impressive that we see with all these ports here, the full 12 ports we have support up to 15 watts, while most similar chargers have only support for higher voltage, maybe for 1, 2 or 3 ports. Here we have support for high voltage and fast charge for all the 12 ports. So we have 15 watts everywhere except from port 1, which even provides up to 20 volts if needed. Of course, only if needed. If the device doesn't need it, then also this device doesn't provide it exactly how it should be. And now the moment of truth, the moment we have been all waiting for, to see if we can really charge 12 devices at the same time. Not a very beautiful test because we have a lot of wires here, but I have 5 phones here and 7 power banks connected already to this charger, waiting to be plugged and connected to power. So let's see what's going to happen. Watch here on the left side, one phone after each other is starting to charge, and also the power banks. You can see all these lights here everywhere lighting up. Phones are lighting up and all the power banks are lighting up. Definitely proof that we can charge 12 devices at the same time. A lot of these power banks are already fully charged, so the total charge here is quite less. We are only using here 45 watts. That's of course a total no-brainer for this USB charging station, and also of course no surprise that it stays pretty cool here even when we have 12 devices attached here. And so let's see how fast we can charge this Lenovo laptop here. Currently you can see it's charging with 52 watts. It was supposed to charge with 65. I mean, the battery is not totally empty here on this laptop, but I think it should still charge faster. Let's try with another cable. I mean, that's the main charging port here, and that's the USB-C one. And here we have a 240 watts charging cable. Of course, that doesn't have a display, so I added one. So let's see. By the way, also this USB-C plug is certified for 240 watts. Yeah, we see exactly the same thing with this 240 watts cable here, a little bit more than 50 watts. I mean, we have 20 volts or close to 20 volts. That's definitely good. 2.6 amps. That's not bad, but it's not 65 watts. So let's run a quick compatibility test here. Definitely a lot of green, no question about that. Pretty much everything except from Super VOOC. And we are on C1, and that's the result. You can see definitely confirms here only 55 watts and not 65 on PD 3.0 or actually PPS. I mean, of course, I'm not saying it's a bad device. We still have a lot of power, but this is really 380 watts in total. Of course, I can't measure that. I can just tell you that it's not 65 watts maximum. Still 55 is quite a lot. And since we had this problem here on the highest output, I wanted to also check on the lowest output. Should be actually good cable, but shows only maximum of 5 volts, 2 amps, which is pretty much standard. And same result on USB A1. So can we get at least higher voltage, like 15 volts on all the USB-C ports? Here I'm testing on C8, and you can see we have PD 3.0 is 15 watts, but no high voltage as far as I can see. Yeah, here confirmation. We have PD, but only 5 volts with 3 amps. Yeah, everything seems to be a little bit different than described in the specs here. Now I'm testing C2. Now what's super interesting here that it even shows support for Super VOOC. I think I've never seen that before. So that could be suitable for fast charge for Oppo and OnePlus. These phones, not super fast. I mean, we have support for it, but hard to say how much power we have. PPS shows only 18 watts. Difficult to figure out how much we would have with VOOC or Super VOOC. I mean, it's not a scientific test here. I'm just doing what I can, and sometimes these tests can be a little bit problematic. I've seen already some false results here. I cannot guarantee that this is correct, but I've been using my best tester, my best cables, and I can't find more power than 55 watts here. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad device, definitely not. We can get a lot of power here, but I highly doubt that we can really get all this support which is described here in the back. I mean, still super solid build. I think nice cooling, super compact. Even need a powerful charging, but don't need peak power of 100 or even 140 watts. But want to save some space and have everything really super compact in a small place, then this could be still a super interesting device. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order one for you if you like. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or want to share your own experience with this MEKIOJEO USB charger, and just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things, and if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, see you next time.